My dear students, how are you? Hope all of you are fine. Exam is knocking at the door. So what to do? All of you should be very much serious and get prepared. Today at the last class I discussed about different topics of chapter 8, and today I am going to start different types of fuel, global warming, greenhouse effect, etc. At first, come to fossil fuel. You know, after death, plants and animals' body are mixing up with soil and they are becoming decomposed. By this way, after many years, they are producing one type of fuel. These are known as fossil fuel. Suppose coal, natural gas, these are known as fossil fuel. Then come to photochemical smoke. At first, you have to know what do you mean by photo. Photo means light. Photochemical smoke. Why the name is like this? Because different types of gas, suppose carbon monoxide, nitrous oxide, and different types of unburned gaseous fuel coming into air and reacting with each other in presence of sunlight. As the reaction is taking place in presence of sunlight, that's why this is known as photochemical and smoke. After reacting, they are producing different types of toxic gases. These are known as photochemical smoke. Is that clear? Okay. Then come to global warming. You know, as we are cutting forest, we are diminishing forest, and for deforestation, the amount of carbon dioxide is increasing day by day, and heat absorbing capacity of carbon dioxide is very high, and it can also trap heat. Also, carbon dioxide stays nearer to the surface of Earth as it is heavy in weight. That's why atmospheric temperature is increasing day by day, and it is called global warming. And the phenomenon of this temperature increasing by carbon dioxide gas is greenhouse effect. And carbon dioxide, methane, these are known as greenhouse gas. As a result of this, what can happen? Do you know that? As a result of greenhouse effect, the ice of the both poles, you know that at the Earth there are two poles, North Pole, South Pole. The ice of these two poles can melt down and can cause flood. And if greenhouse effect is too much, so that the lower portion like Bangladesh, Maldives, such type of countries will go below the water. Clear? Okay. Now, next question. Why ethanol is called biofuel? At first, you have to know what is the formula of ethanol. CH3, CH2OH. It's one type of alcohol. And alcohol is an organic compound. Whenever there is a hydroxyl group, that time it is known as alcohol. So, whenever ethanol is burned, it can be used as fuel. In different countries, in different developed countries, suppose Brazil, different parts of America, they are using 10% ethanol with petroleum and any other fuel. They are mixing 10% ethanol as fuel. They are using this as fuel. That's why it is known as fuel. Now, question is that why it is called biofuel? As the source of ethanol is corn, starch, sugarcane, such type of organic substances, that's why it is known as biofuel, or it is also known as organic fuel. Now, come to cell. There are two types of cell. Number one is electrochemical cell and number two is electrolytic cell. Such type of device which is used mechanical energy into electrical energy is known as electrochemical cell. Suppose galvanic cell is an example of electrochemical cell. Daniel cell is electrochemical cell. Voltaic cell is electrochemical cell. Now come to the construction and working process of galvanic cell. At first, let me discuss about the required apparatus. What do we need? We need two electrode. Electrode means two metallic rod. One is anode, another one is cathode. Anode is made by zinc rod, cathode is made by copper rod. Two electrolyte. Electrolyte means here is taken zinc sulfate and copper sulfate. Such type of substance through which if we pass electricity so that they can be divided into oppositely charged ion. These are known as electrolyte. Here two electrolytes will be used, zinc sulfate, copper sulfate. Two beaker, electrical wire, one battery and a salt bridge. Salt bridge is such type of U-shaped device where there is potassium nitrate and it is used as a connector between two half cells. This one is known as anode half cell, this one is known as cathode half cell. We have to set the apparatus like the anode will be connected with the point of the battery and cathode will be connected with the negative end of the battery. And how to place salt bridge? The two end of this salt bridge is open. That's why we have to put some cotton over there. And inside this there is either saturated potassium chloride or saturated potassium nitrate solution. That time after filling this salt bridge U-shaped tube by this solution, that time we have to put cotton and we have to hold this through the thumb. Then we have to set in such a way that potassium chloride is not coming in, is not mixing with the solution. Okay? And what is the function of salt bridge? Salt bridge is used as a connector between two half cells. Number 2, as there is potassium chloride, here potassium is cation, chloride is anion. They can be diffused through the solution. By this way, electrical neutrality can be maintained. And if we don't use salt bridge, so that production of electricity can be stopped. Now I am showing you the working process. Our configuration is finished. Now come to working process. Whenever circuit is complete, that time what will happen? As the anode is made by zinc, each zinc atom will donate 2 electrons and will be converted into zinc ion. This process is known as oxidation. After releasing electrons by zinc, temporarily they will be accumulated at the anode, but after that they will go to the copper rod. And as the copper rod is with the attachment of copper ion, that's why this 2 electron which is released by each zinc atom will be received by copper ion and will be converted into copper metal or copper atom. This process is known as reduction. So what is the overall reaction? Zinc plus copper ion is equals to zinc ion plus copper. Now as the reaction is proceed, it is going and going. At the moment whenever electrons has been started to move, that time electricity will start to produce. But electron will go from anode to cathode and electricity will flow from cathode to anode. That means flow of current is fully opposite with the flow of electron. And as the reaction is going and going on, once upon a time the concentration of zinc ion will be increased and the concentration of copper ion will be decreased. The weight of zinc rod will decrease and the weight of copper rod will increase because this produced copper will be deposited on the copper rod. If you see this at the lab, we can show you that at the copper, on the upper portion of copper rod, there are copper which is like as wheel powder. It looks like wheel powder. That's why copper rod becomes heavy and zinc rod becomes thin. Whenever zinc rod becomes thin, that time we have to replace the anode. By this way, chemical energy is converted into electrical energy, and it is the function of galvanic cell. Okay. Students, now come to dye cell. Dye cell is another type of electrochemical cell. Most familiar cell, which is used in commercially, which is used in battery, flashlight, calculator, torchlight, such type of electrical device. In this case, energy can be stored in this cell, and this cell has been invented by the principle of Lakeland's cell. This dry cell has been made by following the principle of Lakeland's cell, based on the principle of Lakeland's cell, which was made by the scientist G. Lakeland in 1868. Now come to the construction of this dry cell. This cell is formed by a zinc container. There is a zinc container, and this container is acting as anode itself. This container is acting as anode itself. And inside the zinc container there is a mixture of ammonium chloride and zinc chloride, which is like a paste mixing with water and like a paste. This is the mixture of ammonium chloride and zinc chloride. At the middle of the container a graphite rod has been placed. This graphite rod is acting as cathode. So what we are getting? This container, zinc container, is anode and this graphite rod is cathode. And this graphite rod is surrounded by a mixture of manganese dioxide and carbon powder. And at the bottom portion a disc of carbon board has been placed. And for making the cell leak proof, iron layering can be used on the upper portion of the zinc. Now come to the working process. Anode. Whenever circuit is complete, each zinc atom is donating 2 electrons and converted into zinc ion. You know that oxidation takes place always in anode, so that this process is known as oxidation. And at the cathode, ammonium ion of ammonium chloride is mixing with manganese dioxide, which are receiving 2 electrons. These 2 electrons has been released by zinc atom. After that they are producing a complex compound MnOH minus plus ammonia. So overall reaction, you see, zinc plus ammonium ion plus manganese dioxide is equals to zinc ion plus complex compound plus ammonia. As ammonia is a gas, that's why it is supposed to be liberated. It is supposed to be liberated just after producing, but instead of liberating, it is mixing with zinc ion and producing a complex ion. The name of this complex ion is monoamine zinc 2 ion, ZnNH3 third bracket 2 plus. This is whenever third bracket, any ion is surrounded by third bracket and any ligand is present over here, that time it is known as complex ion. In this case, ammonia is a ligand. The name of this ion is monoamine zinc 2 ion. Actually, this ion is responsible for supplying 1.2 to 1.5 volt approximately, and by this energy different types of electrical device can be run. But mind this, dry cell has a life. How it has a life? Because after a fixed time it becomes worthless, even if we don't use at all. That time also it can be, its validity can be finished and it can be worthless. That's why we say that dry cell has a life. This is the construction and working process of dry cell. Students, now you can ask me, Miss, why should we use manganese dioxide in dry cell? Reason is that in this case manganese dioxide is acting as an oxidant. How? Manganese dioxide is reacting with hydrogen produced from ammonia. See, ammonium ion is receiving 2 electrons and it is cathode reaction and converted into ammonia and hydrogen. This hydrogen is reacting with manganese dioxide and producing manganese oxide plus water. See, here oxidation state has come from +4 to +3. That means oxidation number is decreasing. That's why manganese dioxide is becoming reduced. Whenever it is becoming reduced, it is acting as an oxidant. For this reason, we use manganese dioxide in dry cell. It's a very important question. Now, come to a question. What does it mean by silver ion? Silver/silver ion. You may get such type of question. That time you have to say it means that it's a metallic ion. Number 1, it means that it's a metallic ion. Here, silver atom has donated 1 electron and has been converted into silver ion. That means oxidation took place. That means it is anode electrode. Is that clear? Now, you say me, what do you mean by zinc +2 ion? Same. It means metallic ion. Here, each zinc atom is donating 2 electrons, and after donating 2 electrons, it is converted into zinc ion. That means oxidation took place over here. That means it is anode electrode. Again, come to copper ion. What do you mean by this? It's also metallic ion. Here, copper is donating 2 electrons and converted into copper +2 ion. That means each copper atom has donated 2 electrons and converted into copper ion. That means oxidation took place. It is anode electrode. Clear? Okay. So my dear students, today up to this, and whatever I taught today, you will study this in your home, and if you find any problem, you can ask me at the next class. And at the next class, I will show you, today I have shown you electrochemical cell, and at the next class I will show you electrolytic cell and electrolysis. It's a very interesting topics. I will show you the electrolysis of different substance through electrolytic cell. So up to this, stay fine. Thank you.